Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Hit the Bids Closing Comments here on February 25th. Let's take a look at some charts here, starting with our indexes. First on the board, we got the S&P 500. Today we saw continued selling action as prices pushed down into the low end of this range that we've seen over the last few months, dating back to November. We were able to see prices get rejected a bit on the S&P and the Nasdaq, showing some wicks that were able to keep this market from closing on the lows. This is the first small win for the bulls. However, they've got a lot more work to do. We'd like to see price balance out a bit more and tighten up before getting too bullish on this low that we've got at the moment. Want to see more constructive action from the bulls and some new daily highs to confirm the next leg higher. On an intraday level, we did see most of the selling was contained to that first hour of the day. From there on, the bulls were able to fight back, picking back up a little bit of ground, but still, like I said, lots of work to do here. The S&P and the Nasdaq were definitely the weakest, but we did see small signs of support. Taking a look at the Dow stocks, however, we do see the Dow was able to balance around our prior day's range. Briefly took out the low, but that was quickly rejected and closed this market back up on a positive note for the day. This is a good area. We're seeing good support on the Dow here. We'd like to see these prior day highs be taken out and get bids above that for the bulls to get this market rolling higher. But until then, we expect some chop while the tech sector and the other indexes continue to find some support and build a more constructive base here. But first good sign for the indexes are the Dow stocks. Healthcare and consumer staples were the sectors where we saw the most strength today, so that was a win for the Dow stocks. Next up, we have the crude oil futures. Today we saw a nice breakdown below our $70 pivot for the week. This puts $67 and $68 in play. We should see this market continue to grind lower down into this area as this market will be searching for buyers that we saw all last fall in that zone. So should just see a slow drift down into that area, and we'll see how the bulls like prices down there before our next move, but should see this thing continue to drift lower, bearish here in the near term. Next up, we have live cattle. The April contract continues to be the weakest with a smaller range day, but positive nonetheless. We were able to close this market above our prior week's high and our bull pivot here at 95.50. This was a good sign for the bulls here as we click down into those back months. We're continuing to see relative strength in the summer, fall, even back into December 25, where we saw the most upside here. This is a very bullish picture here as the market has found a near-term low, it looks like, and should see this continued upside and be searching out these prior highs and potentially get back above them. So those back months continue to be where the strength is, but expect April to keep pushing higher as well. Good sign for the bulls on the live cattle, and we should be seeing this new leg higher in this uptrend come from here. Next up are the feeders. Today we did have the April contract outpace the March contract in volume. Very small margin. However, this April contract will now be the new front month going forward as it contains most of the volume. Pretty similar story down the line. All of these feeder contracts continue to get stronger the later in the year you go, with October and November making new all-time highs here today, and September and August are knocking on the door of it. We should see these feeders push up into the 280s pretty quick here as this market is looking to be rolling higher. Feeders are looking strong, looking good with another solid gain and close at new weekly highs here today. So good sign for good bullish sign for the cattle market here at the moment. Next up, we have the May corn contract, which is our new front month. As similar to the S&P and the Nasdaq, we did see continued selling pressure early in the day. However, prices were picked back up and closed off their lows, which is the first good sign for the bulls. We did see 490 briefly was touched and closed back above it. This nice long wick is showing that the bulls are stepping in and fighting back down here as we're in between our 20 and 50-day moving averages. The low end of this area should be an area where buyers are happy to buy corn at 490 and with goals of having it back above 5 here shortly. So we'd like to see more support, price tighten up here, but if we get above our high today at 498.5, could see another leg higher as this uptrend continues. So still early, but we're seeing good signs for the bulls, and I want to see new daily highs as before this market really gets rolling higher again. That's all we got for today. Thanks for listening. Have a good night.